Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is, what is it? It's Thursday. It's that kind of morning. And brain already is rejecting starting up. It is Thursday, October 16th, 6:39. So we got started a couple minutes late here today. The birds are not chirping this morning. The birds seem to chirp. They're going, they usually do their morning craziness only when the sun's up. And I guess now we've gotten to the point where the sun is not up. It's up in my background, but it's not up where I live as we get more and more into the winter. By the way, there is a interesting, wonder what misconception I think would be a good term in when the sun's up longer or when it's shorter. Um, for example, like if I asked you in the summer, do the days get longer or do they get shorter? And in the winter, do the days get shorter or do they get longer? And the common conception, mouth is sleeping too, still. The common misconception is that the days get longer in the summer and shorter in the winter. Well, the longest day of the summer is June 22nd, summer solstice, and that kicks off summer, right? So that means every day after that, the days are getting shorter. And the shortest day is the winter solstice, which is, I want to say I think it's also December 22nd, because I know it's 3 days that the sun stays down and then starts coming back up on Christmas Day, which is one of the reasons why they put the birth of Christ on Christmas Day, because on the 25th and not on January 1st, because he's the representation of the sun. The sun, Jesus was gone for 3 days and then came back, and so the sun goes down. And in the pagan religion, it was the worship of the sun, because the sun went down and would stay at its lowest point for 3 days and then would rise again. So it was easy to bring the pagans over to Christianity by just putting Jesus' birthday on the day he rises, right? On the day the sun comes back up on the 25th. So if you didn't know that, there's a little tidbit of information for you. I used to always wonder that. Why is if BC is before Christ and AD, which for the longest time I thought was after death, and I think a lot of people think it means after death, but it means Años Domingos, which is the year of our Lord, right? AD. So I used to wonder, like, why do we celebrate Jesus' birthday if it's before Christ on the 25th? Why don't we celebrate it on New Year's Day? Because that would be BC would be everything before that time, and AD would be everything after that time. So why is there 6 days between? What were the 6 days between the birth of Christ and New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, I should say? It used to always bother me. It was a question I asked people, and they never told me the answer. And then the internet came around; you could figure things out. That was an interesting start to Morning Matters, but there you go. We never know how the morning's going to go. And so it's been an interesting couple days. Yesterday, I missed my first. It might be the second time I missed Morning Matters. I can't remember, but it's been a challenging week for me, with my mom going into the hospital and surgery, and bringing her home. Actually, getting the surgery went great. She's fine. Surgery went quick, and everything's good. which is, that's the dangerous part. But now that she's home and recovering, it's tough because now I'm not here. I'm at work 9 to 5. Yesterday, my brother came out and spend time with her to make sure she, someone was here. But now today, no one's going to be here. The nurse does come at like 2 o'clock. But she's up and she's in pain, and there's a lot of pills to manage and all this kind of stuff. And so, through the night was a very challenging time, and I've been up really late. Today, I actually woke my alarm. I woke up and I was like, oh, it's got to be still early. I didn't hear my alarm. This is good. I'm up it must be before 5 o'clock or 5:30. And then I looked and it was 6:22. I'm like, what the heck? And I've never sleep around. I'm a very light sleeper. I'm a heavy sleeper, but I'm a light sleeper when it's time to get up. And literally I wake up from like just a buzzing of the phone, more or less, sleep through an entire alarm. That's not something I could do. So the fact that I did, and that my brain is still mushy right now, is a challenge. So we'll get through this week. We'll trudge along. When we wake up in the morning, we'll be a little late. We're going to figure this thing out. We're going to get back on track today. And today's focus, my only focus today, I am going to do my squats and my push-ups in a minute. I didn't get to do this because I woke up, went down, checked mom, and then came and jumped on here. My only focus today is to fast. I'm gonna watch videos about fasting. That'll keep me motivated. That is, that I remember now when I've done fasting in the past. That's from when I did the master cleanse. The master cleanse that I did, which was 10 days of no food, and it was you just drink the water, lemon water, with cayenne pepper, and then you do like you drink some senna tea at night. It makes you keep flushing things out. And I remember I had lost like 40 pounds or something in a very short period of time. And what motivated me at that time was my girlfriend. I was dating someone, and she didn't motivate me in the fact that she was like, go, or whatever. But I told her, I'm not going to see you for these 10 days, which she was very upset about. And I said, I just want you to see me at the beginning, and I want you to see me at the end. And at the time, I loved her very much, so I was very motivated to, have a brand new body for her. And so I made it the 10 days through work, through everything. I remember it sucked, but I did it. And then I lost literally 40 pounds over that 10-day period during that master cleanse, and it felt really good. But since then, I've never been able to accomplish that again. I haven't had a strong enough why to get me through the days in the fasting. So since then, I've done 3-day fasts. I've done, the intermittent fasting. I've done 24-hour fasts. And what I found when I've done these shorter fasts, the thing that was really good at motivating me was I'm a very in my head type of person, right? And so I would watch YouTube videos about fasting and the benefits of fasting and what it would do for you, and how your body changed over 24 hours while you were fasting. So I think I'm going to do that a lot today, because right now I start fasting, I get to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then I just eat. Like yesterday, I had ordered a giant hero. I was like, what the hell? And then after I eat, I'm almost like a werewolf. It changes, and then it goes and kills dogs and murders people, and then can I even say that? Anyway, whatever. No one's watching. So, but it's so you just be rabid. I don't even think. I'm outside of my brain, and I'm just I'm eating, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And then on the same note, I'm just eating like crap. And then afterwards, I feel horrible. So the food addiction is awful. So anyway, so today, yeah, I'm gonna be watching a lot of videos on fasting. I'm drinking some water, a lot of water. I'm taking like a gallon of water with me to work, and we're gonna make it happen. So the reason I'm saying that is because it's been trash recently. My discipline is out the window, and I need just one thing. Even Morning Matters, I missed. Right, I was like, this is the one thing that was keeping me going, and then I missed it yesterday. So, um, nothing. Discipline is gone. So when you get to this point, you gotta get your little rock of Gibraltar and find one thing and just do the one thing. And now usually I make it the one thing the easiest thing, but I'm gonna make it the one thing that I've been messing up every single. I haven't done since said I was gonna do it, which is the fasting. So today that's it. Like I don't care what happens today. I'm not eating anything until you see me again tomorrow on this Morning Matters. All right. So that is the rock of Gibraltar for today. Right. And from there, on this rock I shall build. All right. So on that foundational rock of fasting, getting through a full day of fasting, I will find the energy to then I will use that to get back to the squats, the push-ups, the gym, the walking, all the other stuff. The rest of it, I might do it. I'm definitely doing my squats and my push-ups in a minute. I'm probably gonna go walk in the gym or outside. There, the birds come. The birds have started, and the sun is kind of rising. Look at that. I guess a little sign right there that I'm talking the right things right now. Talk is cheap, and you got to walk the walk with the talk, and all the rhymes and all the just do it's and all the sayings. That's all true, but hey, getting a little sign from the universe. Birds agree with what I'm saying, and it feels like the right thing to do. So we're gonna bring up the goals. I am not even gonna. You know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna read the goals, but I'm not even gonna look at the disciplines because the disciplines are gonna make me. Actually, before I even do that, the disciplines are gonna make me not in a good mood because I haven't done any of them, right? And so probably should face that, but I don't need to face it. I'm facing it right now. So I know that I haven't been fasting. I know I haven't done. I missed the podcast. I know all that stuff. So I've been beating myself up about it, and we tend to beat ourselves up about the negatives. I will. So you got to also focus on the positives. You got to say, well, you can't. You can look at the things you did wrong. Beating yourself up about it is not going to help. All right. It just doesn't. So you stop it. You recognize it. You acknowledge it, and you say, I need to change. All right. So that's I've put that plan together already because I've been beating myself up. On the positive side, though, you have to acknowledge your wins, right? You still have to acknowledge your wins as well, because if you only focus on, and a mentor once said, if you only focus on your weaknesses, all you get is a bunch of strong weaknesses, right? So you got to focus on your positives too. Focus on your strengths as well, and make your strengths stronger. And so, so what was some positives about yesterday? Some positives were, number one, biggest positive, made my first sale at work. Hooray for me. And it's funny because the sales at my job are not like I did a presentation and won the person over and overcame objections and got referrals. It was someone emails you and says, hey, I want to order 10 projector lamps. And you're like, cool. I ran around and figured out how to write up the quote. And it wasn't nearly as I still messed up the quote, even though it's not nearly as hard. I forgot to put the shipping in there. But it was free shipping, so it wasn't a big deal. And I walked through the quote, send it out. She said, cool beans. I gave her a nice little discount. And made the first sale. So it's positive, right? But it's funny because I'm like, oh, I didn't really do anything to make the sale. But yet here I go to work today, and for 8 hours, I'm literally calling schools and sending emails, like for literally 8 hours a day. Like, and let's not say literally 8 hours, because like, there are times when I just gotta stop and take my brain out of my head and watch a YouTube video or something, just to get away from the monotony of calling and whatnot. But point being is, all the work I've done a lot of work. I did deserve that sale. It's I've been putting in a lot of work. So it's just different work. It's not work that I'm used to. So yeah, so that was good news. And gave me a little boost after all the bad that was going on and all the worry about my mom's and everything like that. So we're gonna bring up the goals, and once again, every morning I go through the same thing. I explain what a goal is, and people use goals as in different ways. Let me just not say wrong, though, in different ways. And as I say all the time, the purpose of language is that we can communicate. It's the only purpose of language. So if we have different meanings of the words, then there's no purpose of having the word, right? If I say this is a goal, and I'm using it in this way, and you're saying this is a goal, and you're using the word goal in a different way, if you call this a goal, and I call a goal what an objective to obtain, to go after, well, then the word goal doesn't mean anything, right? Because you're like, I was talking on my goal, right? So words are just our made up construction to allow us to communicate and work together as a society. So we got to then make sure that the definitions that we're using are agreed upon by all parties. So my definition of a goal that I talk about here today is number one, it has to be measurable, which means you can't have a goal in order for it to be a goal, it can't be non-measurable. You can't say I want to make a lot of money. You can't say I want to lose weight. You can't say like I want to be happy. These are not examples of goals. They are examples of wishes or desires or things that you want, but they're not a goal. So instead of I want to make a lot of money, it's I want to make X amount of dollars, right? You'll see mine in a minute. Hey, good morning, Crusader. Thank you so much for your kind words the other day on one of my videos, I think it was. So appreciate you. So the first thing is it has to be measurable. Second thing, the goal has to have a timetable. It has to have a time. It has to have, or the second criteria is it has to have a time it ends. Now you can have 1 month goal, 3 month goal, 6 month goal, 1 year goal, 5 year goal, 10-year goal, whatever, daily goal if you want. But it has to have an endpoint. So, but did I accomplish this by that time? And the importance of having a timetable on your goals is that you can then say I hit the goal or I didn't hit the goal, and also you can make your plan accordingly. Because if you don't put a timetable on it, then you don't need to make a plan, right? It's just sometime in the future. I'm gonna make $1 million. When? But the time I die, right? And so you don't have to actually make a concrete plan to do it. So I'm gonna lose 30 pounds. When? Eventually, right? So the purpose of the goal is to drive you to the goal. So you have to make a plan that is actionable and that you're working towards this goal. So that's why you need a timetable on it. And then the third thing for a goal, it has to be written down. I definitely, because when things get hard, it's easy to change your goal if it's in your head. Right? If you don't write it down, this is why I do morning matters, is so I can look at my goals and remind myself, this is what I want. This is what I was working for. This is why I'm doing the hard things. So with that being said, let's bring up the goals. And again, my disciplines and my plan have been off kilter. And so today, for those of you, if you listen to the whole thing, today's number one focus for the disciplines is simply to get through a full day of fasting. And that is all I'm going to be focusing on this today. And I will let you know tomorrow how it goes, but I already know how it's going to go. I'm going to do it because it's all I'm doing. But things to accomplish before I'm 50 years old. So actually, it's I have less than I'm 1 month into this. I set this up for I turned 50 on September 13th, 1970. Oh, I always say 19, 2026, and so earn $112,347 after taxes, 160,000 before. Got a little closer to that yesterday by making my first sale, so get some commission on that. So that's cool. Decreased bad debt by $25,000. I did have some extra money that I had came in that I used towards paying down, decreasing the bad debt by $10,000 of Tesla stock. I haven't bought any. Ooh, wait, actually, I wonder if I could do that right now, right while we're on. Let me check. I put some money in my account to buy Tesla stock. And the funds are they available? Let's try it. Oh, I don't know if I could buy fractional shares until yeah, I can't buy it until the market opens. It's at 9 o'clock. So I'll buy some Tesla today. Just a fractional share. For those you don't know, you can buy fractional shares of stock. You don't have to buy like I'm gonna have $400, but I put $50 in my excuse me investing account. So I'll buy $50 worth of Tesla. You can buy a fractional share of Teslas or your fractional share of any stock, and then save $7,000. I did put I put $50 in my investing account. I put $50 in my savings account. So it came into a little bit of extra money, so I throw it in there, and then raise my credit score by 150 points. I will be working on that as soon as I get my first paycheck, which won't be until next Friday, and then I can. Well, I guess I did work on that a little bit by paying a little bit of the credit card. Right, that's basically how I'm going to raise the credit score. Weight down 250 pounds. I got on scale today. I'm at 302, so the weight is going the wrong way, which is why the number one focus today is the fasting. We're going to get through a day of fasting, so that's going to work on that. Average blood sugar under 150. I didn't take my blood sugar last time I took it, though. It was 250. Complete a half marathon. We're not working on that right now. Bench press 315, squat 225 for 10. I actually watched a video about how to bench 315 last night. I was working on that. So I'm going to do my push-ups and my sit-ups. Excuse me, my push-ups and my squats right now, which will work on those two things. I'll go and walk at the gym, but the main thing I'm doing today is the fast. Oh, looks like I got some people here. Hey, Crusader. Day 5. Hey, that's awesome, man. Wow, nice. Oh man, that makes me feel great. So Crusader 34 said he's on day 5 of his fast. Whew, now thank you. That made my whole morning matter because now it'll help me and not bitch out on my on a fast of one day, right? So I'm gonna think if I feel like eating today, I'm gonna think of Crusader 34 and how he's on day 5, and I'm kvetching about 12 hours or whatever. So, all right, there we go. That's a good way to end it. I can't think of a better way to end Morning Matters than on that note. So, today's gonna be a great day. Good morning, birds. Sun is up. I'm gonna do some stand-ups and sit-downs, some squatters, and then head over to the gym to do some walking. So I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Morning Matters. I'll be a lot more weak. So I won't slip through my alarm tomorrow, and we'll make it happen. So enjoy your day, live the day with intention, and remember the morning matters. So see you tomorrow.